All right. You know, I wanted to finish this yesterday. Hi. We don't have anybody today. Yet. That means nothing. I'm sure they will join me fairly soon. How are we today? I wanted to finish this yesterday. I wanted to be playing Cult of the Lamb right now. I actually went and I did a whole bunch of maintenance stuff on Cult of the Lamb, which I will either show you later in this stream or tomorrow, depending on how long it takes me to finish Phoenix Wright. But, yeah. I did an 8-hour stream yesterday and didn't finish the damn game. So, here we are. I'm finishing it today. It should not take 8 hours, she says. I've been wrong before. So yeah, let's just get right into it, shall we? Be cracking on and fine procrastinating, get back to schoolwork shortly. Gross. Schoolwork is gross. I did that. Did that for several years. I'm good. Although I say that and I've considered when I get a little bit older, going back to school and getting a graduate degree so that I can teach stage management instead of doing stage management. We'll see what happens. Regardless, doesn't matter. It is time, assuming that this wants to load. There we go. It's time to get into this. When we left our intrepid adventurers. We have tonight to figure out what's going on. This is the first time we've ever had a situation where our client is actually guilty. Is he guilty of the actual murder itself? No, but he's guilty of conspiracy to commit murder because he hired an assassin to do it. Almost positive he hired an assassin, considering the fact that Maya has been kidnapped and is being held in his house. Not that we know that. Not that Phoenix knows that. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle this. Haven't really had this situation come up in the game yet. So, we'll see how it goes. We just, Edgeworth took a giant bear that had a thing in it to go find out who did it. Like, Edgeworth knows that our client didn't murder the dude. But again, you know, conspiracy, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. We are... It's 9:14 p.m. according to the lights outside the window. It is like noon. Game loves to be like, it's so dark in here and you can see everything. So, Gaywater Hotel. We're in Corita's hotel room. God only knows. Maybe it's like the Vegas Strip. It is very bright on the Strip. I have been to Vegas a couple of times. The Strip is very bright. That is true. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. Pearlie's 8 more hours. I mean, hopefully not. Hi, Static. How you doing? Hopefully we can get it done before the 8-hour mark. I would like to play a little bit Cult of the Lamb today and show off my decorations that I put out. I can't. I don't know. Well, I guess it depends on how long steam comes out of my ears before I can solve the puzzles, right? At least I can talk today. I was very hoarse at the end of the day yesterday. And I'm going to be very careful with Pearl's voice because Pearl's voice tends to tear my throat up, actually. How's the day been? The day has been okay. You know, you have those days where you're not really motivated. You're tired. And you're not really motivated to get up and do whatever. And I'm kind of having one of those days, but I usually get over that pretty quickly once I start streaming. Streaming is, for me, a very cathartic experience. It's why my streams are usually so chill, because I like to be chill, and streaming helps me be chill. So we'll see what happens. I think that I would say this is probably going to take 4 hours, maybe. Maybe. It really depends. Really depends on how much I stretch it out. So, we'll find out. It's past incoming 30 minutes, right? It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. I did not end up finishing it. I hit the 8-hour mark and I had to tap out. I was exhausted and my throat was going out. So, also, hello, Under. How are you doing? I was still asleep. I did not actually get to watch, but I saw that you streamed today. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. Amazing. Super happy for you. Good stuff. You know what? It's quiet. So, Zaya, can we do a shout out for static while I am in a situation where there's no sound? And a shout out for Under as well. If you haven't gone to follow my friend, Little Underdog Jr., you should go follow my friend. Let's see what we got. Oh, the vampire clip. I do love your model, by the way, Static. Now I think about it, you pretty much did a whole work shift. I generally stream. Between 6 and 8 hours every time I stream. I usually do a standard work shift. No one watched as expected. I will say I was asleep, but I'm probably going to go watch your VoD later. Oh, perfect. Oh, yay!
It's the 5.
Oh, that's a good clip, though. It's official.
Official again.
Yes! Aww. Congratulations.
Bro, yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Super hype. Very hype. Awesome. Yeah, I have a tendency to stream between 6 and 8 hours every time I stream. It's why my streams are so long. I get really into the rhythm. It's why I take regular breaks. There are a lot of streamers that don't take breaks because they'll stream for 3.5 hours and not take any breaks. I find for me, especially because I'm older, I am older than I look. If I don't take breaks, I don't last. But if I take a break every hour and a half or so, I can go for obviously 8 to 10 hours if I really need to. I'm going to stream more often because I've gotten used to it. Good. Stream more often. Definitely. Just getting Sean Lee stuff. Yeah. Do whatever you want to do. I mean, I had several Genshin streams, which I need to upload the rest of my Genshin streams to YouTube. I have many streams of me just running around the world exploring. That's all that was happening. I need to edit the video to upload it onto YouTube. See, that's more energy than I exert. Like, I just upload raw VODs and say they're VODs. I'm like, here's a VOD. There's a fast forward button. Watch it or don't. I'm not going to worry about it. Really just, it's so that I don't have to have everything on my computer because I have hundreds of hours of content on my computer, right? Because I've been streaming over a year and I record everything. So I have a lot. There's a lot of crap. There's a lot of stuff on my computer. Oh my goodness. Did I just get a notification? Oh, okay. Yeah. So, and you're welcome for the shout out. I'm always happy. Shout out my friends. So yeah, let's see. We're not finished. We're in investigation part 2 of this day of investigation. And then tomorrow will probably be the final trial day. And then we'll be done. So, but God only knows how long that will actually take. Can't predict how long anything takes with this game. Been trying to learn how to edit videos so I can start a YouTube channel, but from the tutorials I've seen, it's hard. The only editing, before I start getting into this, the only editing I do on my YouTube videos is cutting them into chunks so that the breaks are cut out. That is the only editing that I've done. And at one point when I wasn't taking breaks like a dummy, because I have to take breaks for me, like other people can do that, but I cannot for my personal health. I was chopping them up into like hour and a half size chunks just to make them easier to digest and easier to upload, right? I've reached a point where because I use Adobe Rush to just cut it up and then put it up, but Rush has a notorious memory leak, and my computer is getting really pissed when I'm trying to do that. So I've gotten to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna upload. I'm gonna turn it into an MP4 because it doesn't record as an MP4 because the form it records at is more stable, and then I remux it through OBS. I'm just gonna turn it into an MP4 and then upload it as it is. That's it. I have to just kind of start dumping stuff on there, or I'm never gonna catch up, because for every VoD that I create, like now, I have 20 VoDs that are just sitting in a folder on my computer that are from a year ago. Like, I'm starting to lap myself with the VoDs that I'm creating. So I need to get that stuff onto YouTube just so that it gets out of my computer, right? So, yeah, actual editing, not just the rough chop that I do, is super hard, and I am already trying to learn how to microphone and sound and stream and all this other razz. I do not have the mental real estate to learn another skill. I just don't. Not right now. Hey Phoenix, how you doing? All right, so we're gonna go into this, see where we are. I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, this part of the investigation, we have to figure out the truth, quote unquote. So, anyway. Where are we at? Pearly. Yes. I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. We know where she is. She's locked up in the back room at Matt on Guard's house because he is a scumball. The police are professionals, Pearl. They'll find her. So don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. Bit tired, but otherwise I'm okay. How are you? I'm good. Good. I did 8 hours yesterday. Didn't finish, so here we are. ... Alright. Maybe it's about figuring out the killer and the suicide from before. Yes. Oh, good. Thank you, Zaya, for reminding me. Trigger warning. This particular case includes mentions of suicide and attempted suicide, and we are going to end up talking about that a decent amount during the trial period. And possibly during this investigation. So, if that is the kind of thing that upsets you, please feel free to... I was able to jump back on before it did. Yeah, it was a long day. Please do not upset yourself to watch me play this game. It's very important to me that everyone does what's best for them and their mental, all that stuff. That, yes, big content warning, because I didn't know. When that came up yesterday, it kind of took me by surprise because I did not know. So, good thing to know, right? This is, I should put a content warning on the stream description. Okay. Actually, that is important enough that we will put... We'll go ahead and go over here really quick. Hold on one second. How do I phrase that? I don't want Twitch to ding me for putting terms that shouldn't be put in the... We'll do that. That's probably the closest thing that I can do. That's probably the closest that I can do without getting myself in trouble. But I want to make sure that that content warning is there. So. Okay. Okay, that should be good. I gotta go back over here with the mouse. We very much care about the mental health and well-being of all of our friends and anybody else. I really care about the mental health and well-being of everybody, so. Alright. Really, Mike? You're gonna, when I say all right, that's what's gonna cause you to go red? Mike Coon, I thought we had an understanding. I say certain things a lot. You need to be able to handle me saying these certain things a lot. Okay? Okay. Alright. Let's talk to Pearl. I want to get all of Pearl's dialogue, as much of Pearl's dialogue out of the way, because her voice really hurts my throat. So the real person who killed Mr. Corita was... that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client? We know this. You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer. Also, remember, at any point, if you need to know what's going on in the story, you can hit the recap and I will recap. If you have to walk away and then come back, anytime you want to see, that's why it's in the thing, to remind you. Anytime you need a recap, just yell for a recap. Alright, the assassin's client. Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? 'Cause she's not. But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be. Popping in to say, stuck at work, have a good stream. Aw, ripperoni. Well, the VoD will be available. Matt on guard himself? Was it Matt? If Mr. On Guard really did hire the assassin, then he is not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. On Guard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him... Mr. On Guard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Thank you, Static. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? ... Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? So we talked about this yesterday, right? For the purposes of the psyche lock, which detects if someone is lying, that is accurate, and it is the truth. If he hired the assassin, by proxy he killed someone. But if you're talking about semantics, and you're talking about did he put his hands on Juan Corrida and kill him, the answer is no, he did not. So, I mean, it's pure sophistry, right? It's rules lawyering to the nth degree, but it is the truth based on the question we asked him. If we had asked him, were you responsible for the death of Juan Corrida, then that would have been a lie, and we would have seen the locks. Ripperoni. I didn't see any psyche locks at that time. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Because you were being possessed by Mia at the time. Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Mr. On Guard's secret? Maybe it actually... Oh. Okay. Again, spitballing, but... what if the secret was actually that Celeste's death wasn't a suicide? And Matt had hired the killer to kill her too. But I mean, the killer as an assassin kills people and leaves the calling card. So I don't know why he would stage it as a suicide. I still think that her suicide has something to do with Matt's terrible secret. Maybe they were together and she got pregnant and he was like, no, I won't be the father of your baby. That would be pretty damaging. It's the kind of tropey stuff that games like to do. So, I'm not saying that it's good or okay to act like that, because it's certainly not. But games do like to write those kind of lines into them. What is the secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Kurita was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. On Guard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Kurita silenced. Assuming he knew. Which means we have to meet with Mr. On Guard. There's no way around it now. Except that we can't because the visiting hours are over at the whatever. What do we got? Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Kurita held about Mr. On Guard. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Every single place we go. When I returned, apparently my laptop got unplugged and died. Whoops. Oof. Oh, what do you want, old bag? Coffee talk. Coffee. Hey, wait. What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one that Gumshoe made. I don't know, and frankly I don't care. But the request came from Edgy Poo, so... Edgeworth? And he said, if you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Ugh, gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents. Very interesting. I found that spy camera. I'm sure it was, you know. It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Kurita. The suicide note... I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. There's no way. There's no way it was Lotta. Spying on people by yourself. As if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too. Wow. The alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I bet it's nothing good. But I didn't say anything. What about Juan and Adrian? So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I heard it, there was something of a refreshing pair, those two. Uh-oh? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Select's impacts. Miss Andrews' mentor, right? Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know. He broke their engagement. I guarantee it. He broke their engagement. Married? You mean to Mr. Kurita? Really? You young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Hi! Hi, Silent. How you doing? Lurk work, I appreciate you. Why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was gonna get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. I don't think it was Juan. I think it was on guard. What? But they were gonna get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Maybe because, maybe she was pregnant with On Guard's baby. It's like Days of Our Lives up in here. Also a dated reference. I think that's still running, actually. I haven't watched a daytime soap opera in a long time. I used to watch daytime soap operas when I was in middle school. I'm not even gonna lie. I would grade papers. I was grade spelling papers, and then the during the lunch period, I would grade spelling papers, and I would turn on the TV and watch Days of Our Lives while I ate my lunch and graded spelling papers. Because I was the teacher's pet, don't you know? Also, thank you for the flight team check-in. I appreciate that. Helps my bad memory remember that you're here. Zaya, can we get a shout-out for Silent as well, please? Yeah, I used to watch Days of Our Lives. I never watched, like, The Young and the Restless or The Bold and the Beautiful or any of that stuff, but I did watch Days of Our Lives. There you go. That's how you communicate. I'm so bad at Phasmo.
Go take a picture of my body, you pussy, so I can get my insurance.
Oh, this is a Futurama one called. Oh, I don't remember, but I do remember that episode. Also, I'm so bad at Phasmo. Let me tell you about how bad I am at Phasmo. Now I'm thinking about the Days of Our Lives, especially because that was the time period when one of the main characters, Marlena, was possessed by a demon, aka Exorcist style, where she was like tied to a 4-poster bed and like they had demon makeup on her and stuff. I swear, I'm not making this up. You can look it up. It really happened. I was fascinated by it. Absolutely fascinated. Anyway, is that true? It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself. How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. I mean, we can't ask him. He's the big dead. Alright. I don't think we have anything. We got a bunch of people that we're talking to as we go through, but what we actually need to do is pretty straightforward. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. All My Circuits. It's because it's All My Children. It's a play on All My Children, which is also a daytime soap opera. I know their names. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Alright, so the question is... Oh, we can still go to the living room? I wonder why that is. The question is, are we going to be able to go to the detention center and get anything done in the detention center at all? I don't know. Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronics stores. Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner. It looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe is doing for us. Mr. Nick? Yes? Where's the lettuce? I don't think I have ever bought lettuce before. Fun fact, also never really bought lettuce. I don't like lettuce. It's too much like the cellulose. It's a texture thing. Like, I have the same thing about like celery and anything with like big ribs, like lettuce and stuff like that. Ugh, I don't like that texture. I like baby lettuce, like field greens and microgreens and stuff like that. That's softer. I'm not a big fan of actual lettuce, really. Romaine is good, but it's regular lettuce, not so much. Meh. I used to buy heads. Excuse me. I have bought lettuce. I used to buy heads of lettuce and feed them to my rabbit. That is what I bought lettuce for when I was young and I had a rabbit. ... Pearl disapproves of our non-lettuce lifestyle. I guess I have to give up on making a salad then. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Alright. Can we do anything in the detention center? It's after visiting hours, so I don't know. I mean, I would assume we would have to be able to. Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk with Mr. On Guard tonight. But isn't what we have to ask very important? Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard. A lettuce made of lattice. I mean, that you wouldn't eat that because that would be inedible. Maybe a lattice made of lettuce? You could theoretically eat that. It wouldn't be very structurally sound, though. Hey, guard. Visiting hours ended hours ago, so what's he watching over now? Maybe he did something bad and he's standing there as punishment. Somehow, I don't think that's it. Alright, well, okay. Let's go to the Criminal Affairs Department. It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. On Guard's lawyer, right? Clearly guard is an illusion painted on the wall to make it look like there's a guard in the room, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the On Guard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Oh, no. Spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure that the decisive witness is gonna be DeKiller. Pretty sure the decisive witness is gonna be DeKiller, and we're gonna put DeKiller on the stand. And that's how we're gonna get an acquittal for On Guard, but On Guard is also gonna be arrested. Yeah. Yeah. Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Wait. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe... Is it Lotta? Oh, God. Wait. Mr. Nick? Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission. So there you go. What? I've already called them, so they know. Go on. Go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content? Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Maybe it's Larry. Maybe Larry is the definitive witness. That would be hilarious, honestly. Okay. But there are two people in the detention center we want to talk to, because we want to talk to Adrian, and we also want to talk to Matt On Guard. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews are in the detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Oh. I have to choose? Oh my God. Honestly, I think it's him. Like, as much as I want to hear, I mean, maybe one after the other. Maybe they'll let me do both. We're going to do his first. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Carita was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt on guard. What's wrong? Mr. On guard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. Alright, Matt's secret. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah. I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Oh, so we are a lawyer now and not a salesman. I mean, I guess. Considering the fact that this is totally an act, right? Like, he hired an assassin to kill Juan Carita. This is all an act, right? There's no way that it's not. Because if it wasn't, like, I could believe even now that he was not responsible if it wasn't for the fact that Maya is in his house. That the killer is like passing himself off as On Guard's butler. Like, it's obviously On Guard. Like, there's no way that it's not. Unless he's doing this so that On Guard looks even more guilty. Except that the whole purpose is he's supposed to get an acquittal for On Guard. So, story-wise, it makes sense that this is all an act. It's Mimi all over again. Like, completely, yeah. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is? Please? There's the locks. How many? 5. I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick, don't tell me. Psyche locks. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Alright, Juan and Adrian. Did you know about Mr. Carita and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews. She had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Carita. Her mentor was Miss Carita's manager. Mr. Carita manager. And Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste. Does that jog any memories? ... Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it like a kind of pea? Like green peas? Let's go eat one later. Okay, Pearly? Yes, Pearly. Instead of you telling me to let Miss... I'm going to make a highlight of that. It's from yesterday's stream, and I was so tired I just didn't get it. But I did mark it where it is. Where Pearly is like, let's have Francesca whip us. And you can see my spirit leaving my body as I read the text on the screen. Oh, Pearly. Oh, God. I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. On Guard. Are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Yes. Absolutely. Alright, so... my question is, do we have to talk to him? Now we have to talk to him before we can talk to Adrian. Let's save right here. And then we're going to go in and see. We might have the tools we need for this, but I don't know. Possibly, probably not, but we're going to see where it starts. Because we do have some stuff, right? So let's see where it starts. It's going to be mostly people, I think, honestly. Yeah, that's the badge. Oops. Okay. I hit the wrong button. Matt's secret. Now let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright. I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night. Okay, so do I have something that says that? Yeah, I don't think we have what we need here. Also, I didn't heal after the trial. I just saw that. Can we talk about how I didn't heal after the trial? Totally would take a slice of pizza. Pizza sounds tasty. Also, I didn't heal after the trial? Son of a bitch. Why are we getting another pop-up? Is it Edgeworth? Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Oh! They're gonna make him do it. Oh, no. Poor dude. Always in an awkward situation. Tell you what. Mr. Powers? What happened? Why are you here? You see, I got roped into this somehow. What? And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home, when all of a sudden, you there, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something. Oh, well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? Poor dude. So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, especially not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think is that lawyer the detective is talking about? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world. But it's alright. Ow. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? It's okay. It's okay, Phoenix. I'll be your friend. This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game, to justify himself. Oh, no. So what if he, like, Juan and Celeste were going to get married, and then he seduces Celeste, you know, because he's a playa, and then he seduces Celeste, and then Juan finds out about it, and then breaks up the engagement, and then Juan kills himself. And then Celeste kills herself. What? How horrible! That's unforgivable! Ow! Sorry, didn't mean to offend you. Pearl just hits people. Pearl, stop hitting people. I know you've seen a lot of Von Karma whipping people, but that doesn't make it acceptable. Stop hitting people. But you know, once said that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him? His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Power suddenly looking kind of energetic? Oh, he totally digs Adrian. Pearls is becoming Von Karma. Time to throw the whole shot. Look, we're gonna throw the whole thing out and start over. That's it. Ah, you see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image, but aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, smelly, sweaty, brutish kind of guy, you see? But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Oh, hey. So did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide. You mean Miss Impacts? We heard something about how her wedding was canceled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day. About that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on. Go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Seems a little energetic. Okay. Oops, that's not the right one. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Go ahead and speed through this because we accidentally clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is. Something bad for Mr. Corrida? No, I think it was something bad for Max on guard. For Matt on guard. Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. It's totally Matt. Truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Corrida by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? That would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Alright, so... now then, whose story do I want to hear? Ah, when I leave, I can pick somebody else when I come back. So we'll talk to Adrian, because we know we have 5 locks on Matt. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Corrida had on Mr. On Guard. ... I'd like to ask you about Max On Guard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. We're getting there. ... You seem to bear a lot of resentment toward Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? ... That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. About Miss Celeste Impacts. I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent toward Juan. I would never do something so stupid. A suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why frame him? Why did you try to frame Mr. On Guard? That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews. Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? A single lock. A psyche lock, huh? Okay. Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. Da 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 da. Do we have what we need to do this? Maybe. Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Matt On Guard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Alright, so A, I was right, they didn't heal us before this. Garbage. And B, I think the revenge thing, we're gonna use her for why you would take revenge. Celeste. There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, and even revenge. And that is Miss Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. ... On top of that, the one who hid her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impacts and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? So, I think there's a piece of evidence that we're missing that shows that they had an affair, right? So, I think we're missing that. I don't think we can do this yet. Oh, I have a thought. Let's go here, apparently. That's our cell phone, by the way. It's the Steel Samurai ringtone. We heard this song a lot in the first game. Mr. Nick, your phone! I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. Because that's my ringtone because of Maya. It sounds kind of ominous. It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important. Beep. Hello? We got a big problem, pal. What's wrong? I'm on my way to your office right now. Okay. Hey, wait a second. Why is he coming here? It's terrible. I don't know what to say, pal. It's the end, I say. I'm gonna... Oh. I got here faster than I thought. Hey. Hey, Gumshoe. Beep. Of course Gumshoe has my cell number. I'm pretty sure everybody in the Phoenix Wright universe has my cell number. I mean, I do put it... My cell number is on a business card that I give out to people regularly. So, I'm pretty sure he's had my cell number for a while. No time to relax now, pal. I'm as confused as anything here. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought the spy camera. Eh? This quickly? And this bear's what gave him away, pal. The bear. I figured it out, pal. I figured out that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. Oh. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did, Gumshoe. But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that... Shh, Pearls. And, go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room? Matt on guard. I called that. I called that last night. I called that exhausted last night that Matt on guard was the one that sent that bear to his room. Huh? Matt on guard, your client. That's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. On Guard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. On Guard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. On Guard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. Credit card receipt. Proof my On Guard bought a stuffed bear. Identical to the one in evidence. I gotta stretch my leg out here. Leg is like, no, stretch me out. This is actually the good part about using my bed instead of a chair at a desk. Like when I need to stretch my legs out, it's pretty easy to do that. Everything else sucks, but that part's nice. Okay. Anyway, credit card receipt. Spy camera. So what about the spy camera we found? That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away into evidence. Spy camera, transmitter, and stuffed bear pre-filed the court record. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I never thought... I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Corrida's room was Matt On Guard. Why? Why would Mr. On Guard do something like this? That's the proof, by the way. That's the proof that we need that he was interested in Juan Corrida, is the bear. I bet it was to catch Mr. Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you gonna see him? Mr. On Guard, I mean. Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt On Guard, what in the world have you done? Alright, let's go talk to Mr. On Guard. Because we can. Let's see if there's anybody else that is going to pop up to talk to us. Oh, don't we have... Okay, we already did that, so... We're just going to make sure there isn't anybody else hanging around. Dun dun dun, right? Okay. Yeah, there's nobody else hanging around. So, we'll go back to the detention center, because that's... I think the bear is what's going to snowball us into be able to actually get through to On Guard, at least partially. Because I think he's going to tell us about Celeste. Because we have the ability to be like... Words. You know what I'm trying to say. Words. Oh, I forgot to check the criminal affairs department. Oh, okay, it's just you. Alright, detention center. Oh. It's not even gonna have me choose him. We're just gonna have to talk to him now. You're working really late, you know? It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. ... Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Yeah. Let's talk. Can I talk to you about the bear? No. Alright, here we go. I should have saved. We only have 2 hits, so... I don't think we're going to get a full... We might get a full heal from this, because it's 5 locks. And... I can't save... okay, actually, we're just going to back up for a second. And then we'll present again. I want to save before I start this. Ah. Snap, crackle, pop. Alright. Now. Now we'll do it. Hydrate. Everybody hydrate. Ooh, ice. Okay. Matt's secret. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Karita had been successful? I don't know anything. I totally didn't want any attention, blah, blah, blah. Don't lie to me. I know you paid close attention to Mr. Karita, especially on that night. I think we do the... camera? Spy camera? No, we do the bear. Do the bear? We do the bear. This bear was in Mr. Karita's room on the night of the murder. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. So, it's a present, dude. It actually looks kind of classy, if you know what I mean. Yes, I hear it's quite expensive. Which is why it is very odd that this gadget was found inside this bear. This is a very small video camera. And it was hidden inside this bear's eye. Maybe it's a really curious bear? Well, whatever this bear saw was sent somewhere else using this transmitter. Which means someone on the night of the murder was secretly filming Mr. Karita's room. I guess Juan had a few of those kind of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. ... You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Karita was... Mr. On Guard. Don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Aw, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? ... What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. On Guard. ... If I didn't know how you work in court, I'd think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here is proof that it was you who put the camera inside of the bear. Evidence. Where's that receipt? Receipt. I have here 1 credit card receipt, Mr. On Guard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800, this could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush? Static and Hazy, thank you for the flight team check-ins. I really appreciate that. Also, Hazy, hey, how you doing? Welcome in, Brendo. How's your day going? You having a good day? It's a good day. It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Also, gross. Gross. No, absolutely not. Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Rich, stupid people. Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. That's super gross. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? ... Dude, you should have said that earlier. ... So can I ask you one thing? Yes. You're my lawyer, right, dude? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? Rich people plus exotic plus -1 smart. Yeah, no. Yes, that is correct. No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. ... And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Miss Corita's room and filmed it in secret is... It's either the tabloid article or it's Adrian Andrews. It's either the tabloid article or it's Adrian Andrews. I think it's the tabloid article. But it's, I mean, they're both one and the same, kind of, sort of, maybe. Already starting to get agitated at this game, and I'm speaking up too much. I'm sorry, Mike Kuhn. I know, we're buddies. It's okay. Just move you a little bit. Maybe that'll help me not scream at the mic. Probably not. Actually, Jimmy Turtle, the amazing Jimmy Turtle, who did the glorious Flight Team logo that is down in my About Me, by the way. If you're a streamer and you're not a member of Flight Team, you should be. Feel free to DM me and ask me any questions, or just click on that graphic and it'll take you to the Flight Team Discord server, a wonderful group of people all about networking and making friends, and it's a really great place. It's an amazing place. I love it. You would love it too. Just saying. Sent me he posted a great tutorial about how to add your own filters in OBS, which I have not done yet for my sound, and I'm very excited about getting into that when I'm not exhausted. My gut, we're gonna do the thing where I go with my gut because I talk myself out of it a lot, so my gut says it's her. Cool. Adrian Andrews? There is a rumor going around that Miss Andrews and Mr. Corita were having secret meetings. ... You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Corita, you were going to reveal this as fact and turn it into a scandal. Isn't that right? ... Dude, you can be such a moron. Huh? Oh man, Mr. Lawyer, dude, that kind of scandal, that's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff? Juicy? Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent. But it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Corita because of Miss Andrews. There's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. Exclamation point. The real reason you set up that camera in Mr. Corita's room was... That was wrong. Really want to set up a spy camera? I would have set up in Juan's room. It would be in your office. Well, you're always saying really absurd things. Be like getting the Comedy Channel for free. Okay. the real reason you set up the camera in Mr. Karina's room was... do we have the evidence that we need for this? Oh, maybe it's this. Trying to find out what the secret was, or if he actually knew his secret. Nope, that's wrong too. That's okay. We're gonna bust out, and then they're gonna push us down, and they're gonna take us out. Okay. So I'm gonna load, even though we're in exactly the same spot, only because that gives us 2 chances to make it through instead of 1. It gives us 3 chances to make it through instead of 1. Maybe we don't have the part that we need yet. I'm noticing that... Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Okay, so now we can actually go back to her. We don't have the connection between her and Celeste yet. Because I don't think we have what we need for, I don't think we have what we need to finish him. And I don't think we have what we need to, for the connection between the two of them. I wonder... very interesting to me. Like, I feel like, first of all, this water would have totally been dry by now. And secondly, like... I mean, maybe we do have it, though? And we just don't realize? That's very possible. This game is very good at giving you all of the pieces that you need, but they're like broken into four different fragments, so you have to put the fragments together before you can put the pieces together, kind of thing. So I don't know, like, it's very hard to say exactly. I think we have what we need to break through at least one of those people. So yeah. It's hard to say. Like, Matt on guard, we got a decent amount of people. Actually, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna take a quick minute, and I will be back in just a second, okay? So just hang out, and I'll be right back.